Hey yo, I am from the future. You might already know that, but you might not. I am going to be telling you the truth behind the traveler's abilities. However, before we get to that, I need to talk about the theory that carved the pathway that got us to the truth in the first place. Now, there's two theories I had when I started playing the game. First theory is the Gnosis. I thought it was going to be part of the elemental dragon's DNA, and the Archons were using the elemental dragon's powers for themselves. Now, that theory kind of got thrown away later down the line, but we're just going to hold that for now. I think it's important to mention it. Second theory is that the Traveler is just all the Archons. See, this theory had so much backing and it had so much proof. Now this is a theory because of the important information that we get down the line that kind of negates this theory from being the truth. But this is important for learning about the truth of the Traveler's abilities. Now I want to explain to you why the Traveler is just all the Archons. See, a Nemo Traveler is actually really similar to Venti, and you might not know it, but it's true. A Nemo's Traveler's E is basically the same thing as Venti's Ultimate, it's just a miniature version. And if you're going to go around getting all the abilities from all the Archons via the Statue of Seven, having a smaller version of their abilities is kind of what you'd end up getting, right? Now, that is not the only reason why I think it's all the Archons, because Geo Traveler does the same thing, as the Geo Traveler's E is basically a smaller version of Zhongli's Ultimate. And not only that, also being both Geo constructs just like Zhongli's E, something you can climb on and use as a platform and to do puzzles. Now, this is where the theory kind of loses its traction, and then it goes into Inazuma. I was thinking that this theory was right on. I thought I had it completely perfect, and then Inazuma came around and Electro Traveler came out. I was kind of disappointed, but not to mention that Raiden Shogun, the Electro Archon, is nothing like the Electro Traveler in any way. This goes to show that my theory is now being deconfirmed. And I don't like that. I don't like when my future theories with my mental prowess is being deconfirmed by the enemy, the people who make the goddamn game. See, I was really disappointed by this, but when you're making a theory, you can't give up. You can't give up. And that is the truth, because I didn't give up. I knew that I wanted my theory to be the truth, that I thought I was the perfect goddamn human being in the future. See, my theory wasn't actually deconfirmed in Inazuma, it was just hidden in plain sight. See, the Electro Archon's ultimate is a sword, and the Electro Traveler does not have Electro Infusion or Electro Sword in any sort of way. That is until one cutscene in the Archon quest where the Traveler pulls up and uses an Electro Sword. And now, this kind of confirms my whole entire theory. We got the Electro Traveler using Electro Sword, just like the Electro Archon. All the Archons confirmed. Moving into Sumeru, I was excited. I was so happy. I was like, I'm going to confirm this theory for myself. This is going to be a proof of my scientific knowledge that I've been working so hard with my team of archaeologists so much on. See, my team was actually so excited that Dendro Traveler was better than Electro Traveler. That is, until we got Nahida, the Dendro Archon. With this knowledge that the Dendro Traveler is nothing like the Dendro Archon, my theory kind of lost its traction. And going on, I was kind of waiting for Dendro Traveler to use something in a cutscene so I can prove my theory once again. But that didn't happen, as the Dendro Traveler does not use any Dendro abilities in any cutscene whatsoever. Damn it! So, with me losing all faith in humanity and losing my faith in MiHoYo by not confirming my theory that they didn't know of, I was disappointed. Moving on to Fontaine, I was kind of hoping for a thread of hope. A hope that could bring my theory up from the ground. Something that can prove everyone wrong once again. However, that did not happen because Hydro Traveler is nothing like Farina. While technically you can state Farina is not the Hydro Archon, quote unquote, I think it's pretty obvious that they'd have similar abilities. See, at this moment is when the theory rotted and died for the first time. It lost all its hope, it lost all its backing. MiHoYo has shot me in the head. But that's not all, because that was just a theory. I was explaining a theory so you could get on the same level as me and understand the millions of hours that me and my team of gynecologists have been working on. But that's not all, because from the future I know the truth. And because I know the truth, I want to explain it to you all. And that is that the Traveler is not all the Archons like I originally theorized, but in fact that the Traveler is an elemental dragon. Huh? I know that is exactly your reaction to that information, because that was mine. When I was thinking about it, I was like, there's no way the Traveler could be a dragon, until the confirmation that Nouvelette was the Hydro Dragon. And something that I realized from my previous theory was true with Nouvelette and the Hydro Traveler, and that is that they are both very similar. Not only does Hydro Traveler have a Hydro Pump-esque ability, kinda like Nouvelette, just a weaker version, they both have the orbs of healing that heal them with their ease. Now, this might not be the most information you can gather upon, but Traveler has a very high knowledge of swimming in Fontanian water, which should only be the case for all Fontanians, as they should all be Oceanids. However, why can the Traveler swim just as well as all these fake humans? The only thing that makes sense is if that Traveler has the abilities of the Hydro Dragon. And thinking about this, I had a eureka moment. Just maybe, since a Pep is the Dendro Dragon, what if Dendro Traveler was similar to a Pep, and we've been missing the obvious information that was thrown at us from the beginning? And to my surprise, my team of physiologists could not find anything. Now, this might be where you're like, okay, I'm stumped. Why are you mentioning it if it didn't come out with anything? But the only thing that we got is that they're both Dendro. But that doesn't end the theory, because there could be something that me and my team have missed, and that is for you to solve. But the theory doesn't end, because my first theory of the game was that the Archons were using the Elemental Dragon's abilities, and it would make sense if the third Descender was actually just an Elemental Dragon, which would also explain why the Archons had similar abilities to the Traveler in the first place. If they are using the powers from an Elemental Dragon, being the third Descender, it would make sense that they are also similar. And not only that, I was thinking all the way back to the beginning of the game, why in the intro cutscene do both Travelers have wings that we will never see in the entire game? And that is only because those are the Traveler's dragon wings. And if that's the case, they are flying like goddamn geniuses. Why are they perfect at gliding? Why are they perfect at swimming? And it's all because they have dragon DNA. And they are half dragon, elemental dragon. They use the abilities of the elemental dragons to prove their strength. Moving on, we go to Natlan, the beautiful land of dragons. With a lot of dragon information being told to us at this moment, it only proves my theory more so than ever. There are a few things in Natlan that kind of prove to me that the Traveler is just a dragon. First thing is that we all know that these rocks that we get from the reputation are pretty much confirmation that these are the constellations for Pyro Traveler. We're slowly getting them, and so when we finally get Pyro Traveler in 5.3, we can immediately upgrade the Traveler's constellations. But with that knowledge, why is it that Pyro Traveler is the only one in the entire game that's constellations don't use the normal crystals that we're used to? And that is because it's a dragon. It's using obsidian because dragons eat rocks. Oh my god! And with that knowledge, you can only say this is the truth, as also within the reputation, we are given 2 name cards. And these 2 name cards are basically proof of the Traveler being a dragon, as one of the name cards is showcasing the Pyro Archon leading an army to fight the Abyss. As we see in the Archon quest, this does happen. But the other name card that we get is a dragon, and the description states that it's waiting for a traveler from afar, and that is the Lumine that we know. And these two name cards go together and fit side by side, and that is why I think the Traveler is the dragon, because together we have the Archon and the heroes, and we have the Traveler, the elemental dragon, coming together to fight the abyss and ward off the enemies that we know. But isn't it also strange? Isn't it also strange that the first thing we do when we enter Natlan is being teleported to a dragon's domain, something that has a super special baby dragon named Bog. This is not, if not only the perfect proof of this theory being the truth, because without it, what is there to say? You, the only goddamn capable human of being teleported to the super special Saurian sanctuary, not only being able to transform into any Saurians you believe in, you can use all their abilities perfectly. But also with 5.2, we are also seeing more information with Ochkanatlan. We have all these dragon type information with the confirmation of also having half-breed dragons and humans. If this isn't enough information for you, then you are goddamn wrong, because I know the truth as I am from the future. I know what Mihoyo doesn't want to tell you, alright? I know everything that you don't know. And while you sit there waiting for 5.3 to come out, I already just told you everything you need to know about the truth. And with the Pyro Traveler's release, we will finally see the confirmation that she is an elemental dragon with very big lore drops in this Archon quest. How I think it's going to go down is that we're going to be fighting the heart of the abyss with Mavuika. We're going to be knocked out, and we're going to be told by the dragon to wake up, Dragonkin. And we wake up and we fight back with the powers of the Pyro Elemental Dragon. And that's why it is now confirmed that the Traveler is a dragon. Confirmed. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Future.